Hi all. This is I've been trying to sort my YouTube channel out basically because obviously I've got the part that's for Tommy, and everything to do with that, Boris, etc. I've got the Royal Court of Justice stuff from the Camp for Justice against Forced Adoption, alongside foster care, which was in 2018. But I'm sort of resurfacing those videos because it was a really great time. It's a great campaign until the end, obviously. um, and also I've got my own forced adoption Essex stuff as well. Because my platform's been removed from Facebook basically, which is absolutely fine. I have had a period of time the last couple of months where I haven't actually been doing a lot. There's a reason behind that. I had a terrible crime committed against me in May, which I won't disclose until a later date because it's going through the criminal system, and I intend for that person to suffer the most that they possibly can in terms of me getting justice for what happened. They deserve everything that they're going to be getting, and and tenfold really. So I mean, it's my job to make sure the court are fully aware of the situation, that it isn't just a small thing like what they may think it is. It's not, well, it's not small anyway, it's a very bad criminal act anyway, but there's so much more to it. So I want to make sure this person pays for what they've done in every which way possible. And if you think I'm a vile woman for saying that, that's your problem. You don't know what they've done to me. You have no idea. It's basically a crime against humanity, if anything. That's what I'd call it. Crime against humanity, crime against children. It's just, it's disgraceful, really. Yeah, but it'll all come out in the wash. Because it is going into criminal court because they have been charged, and I will make sure the person is known fully to everybody that believes that this person supports them. They're about as supportive as a broken crutch, I can assure you. However, that's not the point. Where I'm going with this. Just another quick one. I don't know why, but I was told that Tommy was being released today. It's clearly obvious that he's not. Again, I don't know where that information come from, but I certainly saw it and heard it. Thought it was ironic that he was being released on 9/11, but anyhow, he's not. It's this weekend, allegedly. So yeah, we should expect explosions and fireworks, especially with what's going on with the government right now. And when the case goes into the Supreme Court from Scotland, I would just like to make it clear, I don't think the Supreme Court are going to rule against what the Queen's ruled. I really don't. So I believe the 31st is when we're leaving. The 31st of October is when we're leaving. These people are trying to have Boris over a barrel, but you know what? He's quite a savvy guy. He might look a bit silly, but he's very, very intelligent up there. Anyhow, this video is actually about my forced adoption Essex, because my site on Facebook had over sort of 3,000 people. Then they sliced it in half to like 1,500. Basically, there's a lot of parents on there that I was working with towards a documentary that was going to be aired on a very large channel across the UK and world. But there's been a bit of a situation with that because the channel and the program that it actually is, we all know now to be a complete and utter farce, made up, even trying to instigate issues. So I don't need to go any further in suggesting to you what program that is, and how they may have twisted and bended my story. The reporter doing it for me was actually a friend's housemate, and a good friend of Stacey Dooley, but who also grew up in Luton amongst all the Muslims and Islamic extremists, and has done programs actually to expose that. But however, the girl doing the documentary is a bit unclear as to whether I can support Tommy Robinson or not, and in my opinion I can do that, and that's fine. The program that I was going to be on, would have just, I believe, had me over a barrel too, and not shown what I was trying to say properly, irrelevant of the girl and what she reported. I've seen John Sweeney in action, and he's a very vile man. However, so Facebook have deplatformed me, which, like I just said, is fine. I just want people to realise that I've took a couple of months to sit back and think about things. Family law's at my heart. My daughter is in my heart. I've literally fought every step of the way. I've exhausted every legal avenue in the UK. I've got court paperwork to prove that. I have had 3 of the local authority dismissed. I've had them up for charges in the Royal Court of Justice of misconduct, data breaches, serious data breaches that reached the news, BBC News, you know, every news that was on, because the data breach was absolutely hideous. They gave me details of people that I could quite easily, if I was that way inclined, have gone and done something seriously bad to. Just like that, with the drop of a hat, when they've got a 5-check system before they send an email. They sent me a full document email with names, addresses, phone numbers and everything, etc. So yeah, but my daughter, she is 7 now. I've fought every single day since they removed her. She came home for a year through independent social worker team. I passed every assessment. There was no problem. I've got 2 other children. Social services never cared to look at them even at all, ever. And then Ellie Mae, she was born, you know, many years later. It was strange. It was like a new beginning for me. Like I felt like a different mum, because I grew up with my other 2, who are there. You can see them. Not Tommy, obviously. The others. Yeah. So there's, yeah, and of course my beautiful Ellie Mae. However, they were never looked into. They were at an age, at the point where this was going on, where they could have been taken. If the need for adoption was so necessary, they should have been taken if that was the case. Of course it wasn't. Blonde hair, blue-eyed baby, that's what the local authorities want. And if not that, they just want a baby. You know, babies to sell to adopters. It's a huge business, people. Huge business. I think at the age of 5, the local authorities suggest that children are no longer attractive to adoptive parents, and that is the exact word they use. The family court system, even though I managed to win my appeal in front of the highest justice in this land, Lord Justice McFarlane, as he was known then, but he's now the president of the family division, I still did not get my daughter home, because the social services had unlawfully, illegally adopted her. They said she'd been away from me for too long. It was their fault, clearly. And they said the trauma of her moving again would affect her for the rest of her life. My argument, of course, was always, it will always affect her for the rest of her life at 18, when she finds out she's been adopted for no reason. There was no abuse. She wasn't given away. She was stolen. Her siblings lived at home and grew up with her family, yet she was removed from that and made to live with strangers. She was, you know, she went backwards. She got all sorts of different things occur. The social services in this day and age are literally out for, you know, for popularity and to climb the ladders, basically. Essex being beacon status, which is, you know, great Essex, you're so wonderful, but you're not so wonderful. You can't even do your jobs. I mean, I've proved that. Literally have, haven't I? And I will continue to do so. So yeah, this video is just to let everyone know that I am not stopping my fight against forced adoption in any way, shape or form. I'm just taking a couple of months, which I've already took. I'm taking another few weeks to regain myself, and I'll be back stronger than ever. So yeah, watch this space. Okay, and Tommy will be out this weekend apparently, so there you go. And happy birthday again, Dad, love you.